Hi guys, it's a great day to be alive. As I always love to say, my name is IJ and I'm so excited to be with you today on Mind the Mind series. Yes, and this is officially episode 1. If you're seeing this, it means that you're alive, and you know when there is life there is hope. So you have every reason to thank God for hope and for being alive. Yes, so back to our episode. Today I will be sharing my thoughts on how to handle or how to react to negative situations which we are bombarded with every day, if you agree with me. First of all, let's just go to speculations and arguments about the mind by psychologists and scientists alike. You know, some argue and say that the brain is solely responsible for the mind, while some say no, the brain is too complex for the mind is too complex for the brain to be solely responsible for it. It just goes to say one thing, yeah? Just goes to say that the mind is a special place. Yes, it's a special place, is a hub of a lot of activities which we react by. And do you know that you can actually figure out what is on your mind or in your mind by the things you say? Yes, you can figure out what is in your mind by the things you say. So I'll ask you, what are you saying to yourself every day? If you say to yourself, I am weak, if you say to yourself, this is too difficult, if you say to yourself, I can't conquer this, it means that is obviously what your heart is saying. Remember the scripture in the Bible, that verse in the Bible that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So it's important to know what you're saying to yourself every day. Also, the mind seems to have a mind of its own. What do I mean? The mind sometimes could seem like a wild place that if we do not control or if we do not learn to manage the mind, it tends to just veer off and keep going. Okay, so that's it. And do you also know that you can also observe yourself? There's something called observing ego, where you just detach yourself from your emotion and just watch your mind, sort of like talking or speaking to yourself, where you just detach every emotion and then try to analyze things that comes objectively. So here, those are the basic things that we should know about the mind. Now back to our topic for today. Going to say that how to handle negative situations or how to react to negative situations. You know that if you're able to label any negative emotion that you're faced with as a result of a negative situation, then it means you're one step ahead of being in control. It means you're one step ahead of being in charge. Hey, what you cannot name, you cannot tackle. What you cannot label, you cannot know how to deal with. So the first step is getting to be able to label the emotions you feel while faced with negative situation. Let me give you an instance. Let's say the loss of a job, yeah? Which is disheartening, which, can make you lose every sense of joy, so to speak. If you're faced with that kind of situation, I would suggest that you just take a look at what is making you feel bad. Do you feel bad because your ego is bruised? Or you feel bad because, you're not going to have any means of income? These are labeling emotions or labeling the reasons why you feel the way you feel when you're faced with negative situations. So once you're able to label them, then it's a pointer that you're on the right track, because it also shows that you can tackle them. And after that, what you could do is to start by, rethinking or rewiring the brain by changing your thoughts, by learning new ways to think of how to solve the problems that you're faced with. For instance, if you're faced with those situations, instead of wallowing in self-pity, you could just think of, what is my next move? Do I apply for a job, or do I work on a skill that can enable me stand on my own? So these are practical ways to help you react to negative situations with which you're faced with. And when you start thinking that way in your mind, automatically it rewires your brain. Do you also know that the mind is connected to the brain by neurons? So it rewires your brain and it makes you more able or stand a chance of handling the situation. I hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to like, feel free to share. Let me hear your thoughts. If you need help on how to tackle these issues, please send a message as always, and share. Let a neighbor, let a friend know about this. Thank you so much. I'll meet you next time. Bye-bye.